and gentlemen, to game number 4, the last game in tonight's Game for Nature Scrims. We are in Sandhock, and in roughly 40 seconds time the plane will be taking off. So sit back, relax and enjoy. And here we go with a flight path taking us over Nakam, Tambang, Ruins, just to the left of Boot Camp and just to the right of Hartin and Camp Alpha. I am certain that a couple of teams will go down to Boot Camp, so that is where we will start off, with Team 6 jumping first, going towards Painan, teams 21, 11, 13 jumping shortly after, with teams 21 going towards Boot Camp. So let's join them now as they go up with team number 5. And it looks as though the game is glitching slightly, for which I do apologise. As we now see teams 20 and 5 coming in. And we're now with Invisible Virus, who is now down and is equipped with a Car 98. And Task Marina has just knocked, with T8 Unknown getting Nerdtoria and Task Marina getting the kill on EXE Sneak, with Andrex getting a knock and kill on Zen Queen. And grenades now being thrown by teams 5, 20 and 21. With GF Nib getting a knock on B4, with Zen Wobbly knocking Task Andrex and Manish knocking GF Nib. And GF next gets a kill on a member of B4. And Vape 77 has been injured, but is now taking some health, with Task Marina killing Zen Wobbly there. And it's still Team 5 going up against Team 20, going up against Team 21. And it seems to have gone a little bit quiet, with Team 21 Vape now firing at Invisible Rapid, with Team 20 stuck in between. And we have NM going up against team number 2, with Dragon killing Villain. And Nerd is now going up against X11, with Nerd Quinner getting the kill there. And grenades are now being thrown at Team 20. And Enoshiro has just knocked Nerd Melasio on the left hand side there, with more grenades being thrown towards Team 20. And a molly now being thrown. And NM have just got the kills on SK. And that is Ace Skyrest getting the kills on Team 20 there, with Invisible Rapid, then finishing off Vape 77. And that leaves team number 5 having conquered the boot camp. Let's jump over to team 17, who appears to be going up against team number 8. And NM Shanana has now knocked 7 Rav Reckless there, with Rav B prone moving in. The play zone then knocks Nerdler Novka. And if we have a quick look now, we do have team 13 and 9 in the blue zone, with team 11 having to make their way in, also with team 12 on the right hand side there. And that is 7 Rav B knocking and killing NM Death Army there, with Rav B getting the knock and knocking Dragon and Shanana there, meaning that team 8 have squad wiped the 7 Rav team with 3 kills. And let's now move back to the map and take a look at team number 13, who appear to be moving away from the zone, with Nerd Toria going to revive Nerd Melasio, with team 9 still firing upon them. And team 13 are now having to make their way into zone, with 580 metres left to go. And now it looks at the moment that all teams seem to be relatively separate at the moment, with the closest teams being team number 7 and 3 and teams 8 and team 12. It seems as though team 5, just moving away from boot camp now, seem to be the most centre. But let's have a look now at team 5 as they seem to be going for a drop. And then we see a Scrims knocking past an arena there over towards northwest. And that is a kill for Invisible Virus. And they are now firing at Task Emil. And now shots are being fired back towards team 5 by team number 7, the Task team, over at 285, with Invisible Virus now using boosts to recover his health. And now bandages are going on top. It is always handy to have bandages to hand. Although first aid kits are quicker, they should probably be preserved until the end couple of zones, as they do the most recovery. And when you have time to put things on like bandages and boosts, it's probably better to use them first. And do keep in mind that first aid kits and full med kits cannot be used whilst you are in a vehicle, but bandages and boosts can. We now have X11 Glenn knocking Nerd Quinn there, with Team 4 over at North 15. And Team 3 just coming up also. As we now have a look at the map, we see Team 5 looking towards Team 3 and Team 4, with Sig Fix 10 still at Paradise Resort with Team 8. We have Team 12 on the right hand side, Team 15 at bottom right, Team 6 at the bottom, and Teams 11 and 9 on the left hand side, with Team 7 in the top left hand corner. And we now have Team 3 pushing towards Team 5. They have been noticed by the Invisible team, and shots are now being fired back at Invisible Virus. And Team 5 are still shooting at Team 3. And let's get a better view by returning to bird's eye, as we see Static just below at 30, with Next Up at 40, Animal at 55, Nib at 70 and Xeon at 85, with Team 8 over at 95, Teams 12 at 110 and Team 6, 5 and 15 at 140. We have just seen Task and Mill knocked, with members of Team 4 coming in from 345. And GF next has just managed to get a kill on Task White. And that is Andrex taken out by Sig Fury, with Nerd Eric now knocking B2K and Aphrodite getting a knock also. And we see T8 Biscuit get a knock on BTL Clyde. And Team 5 is still going up against Team 3, with Team 9 to the left, with Enoshiro knocking Sig Fury, Medusa getting B2K Sub-Zero, Rana getting a knock also, and Static knocking Glenn, with Next Up finishing off with a kill. We're also seeing Gods of Greece going up against 7 Rav getting a knock there, with Rav B getting a kill on Young Boy, and 1 Panfish going down also, with a play zone finishing off Sig Fury. And we now see Team 5 moving away towards Team 11, with T8 Biscuit being knocked and Rana getting the knock on Ace Skyress, and Cronus getting Nerd Eric. And the Gods of Greece are now going up against Team 15 and Team number 8, with Cronus getting the kill there. Rav Rex was still knocked, and Rav Rex now moving in from 40 northeast, with Sig Fix 10 coming in from 15. And that's GF Nib knocking a Skyress. And Rapid getting some kills on Animal there, with Next Up knocking Rapid, and Nerd Maniac getting Gods of Grease Triton. And 7-8 Rav Rex is trying to get into the zone, but it looks as though the play zone will just do too much damage. But he is doing well to stay alive for this long and keeps using those first aid kits. And manages again, as we see Team 15 going up against Team 11, with Rav Rex over at 65 still hanging in there, using first aid kits to recover some health. And again manages to get that first aid kit in, move a little bit forward. And unfortunately that is it, with Rav Rex being taken out by the play zone, leaving Team 11 to go up against Team 15 in the boot camp. We have 4 members of Team 11 against 2 members of Team 15. Who will win? No one knows just yet. But let's sit back and watch it play out. And at the moment Rana is pushing forward, and with Team 15 holding the zone, all they would need to do is hold Team 11 back and let the blue zone do the most damage, and then just jump in and get the finish. but with 2 members of Team 8 now rotating left, trying to get around the back of Team 15, and grenades going in with Alucard coming in the side entrance. Shots are now being fired by Team 11, with Biscuit now on the inside coming in from the side, and shots now being fired. And this could be it with Nerd Maniac, the last remaining team. And there we have it. That is the end of game number 4, with Team T8 coming in first place with 5 kills. We have Nerd in second with 2. We have 7 Rav in third with 6. We have GF in fourth with 11. And we have GRD, Ace and Invisible in fifth with 7 kills. If you have enjoyed this stream, please follow the channel with new content added daily. You have been watching Game for Nature Scrims, and all that is left for me to say is please take care, stay safe, and we will see you at the same time next week. Good night, guys.